Part 6. It may be Prester John's balloon. So I didn't know this. Prester John was like a Christian myth, legend, I guess, which kind of drew from accounts of travel to the Orient. So I couldn't quite get to the bottom of it, but then I don't think anybody else could either. Is that there was letters, or a letter, which allegedly came from this guy, and it was talking about like the remnants of, I guess, the Crusades. Like there was a small outcrop, for want of a better term, epitomised by this guy. So it says, particularly influential were the reports of St. Thomas the Apostle's proselytising in India, and that Prester John was an alleged descendant of the three magi, but which one? So I guess it's more mythological. So Prester links, I think, to presbyteros, however you say that, meaning elder, and used as a title of priest holding high office. So a presbyter is the origin of the English word priest. So then you could also be thinking about the books of John. And it's tied to the Grail legend in the poem Parsifal, in which Prester is the son of the Grail maiden and the Saracen knight Fairfiz. It's also the title of an adventure novel by the Scottish author John Buchan, who was also Lord Tweedledesmuir, which is a very British title, despite him ending up being some ambassador or whatever it was to Canada. So he was a barrister. He served as private secretary to Lord Milner in South Africa towards the end of the Boer War, came back to England, was a journalist. He joined Thomas Nelson and Sons publishers, so that could link to that sentimental Tommy business earlier, just pulling on the same string kind of thing. During the First World War, he was, among other activities, Director of Information in 1917 and later Head of Intelligence at the newly formed Ministry of Information. Whilst at Oxford University, he made friends with Raymond Asquith, who was the Prime Minister's son. He was killed in action in World War I, Aubrey Herbert and Tommy Nelson. So he's Tommy Nelson III, whose father was the publisher who published the 39 Steps, which is his first book. I think it was his first. Thomas Arthur Nelson died in 1917, World War I. Just got an off piece slightly because I just find this really interesting. Colonel the Honourable Aubrey Nigel Henry Molyneux Herbert, which is just an unnecessary amount of names, was born in 1880, Pixton Park in Somerset, and Taversal, whatever that is, a place in Nottinghamshire. He was a British soldier, diplomat, traveller and intelligence officer associated with Albanian independence. He was twice offered the throne of Albania, but for kind of diplomatic reasons said no. His eldest half-brother was George Herbert, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon, who discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun. The Carnarvon thing is relevant to me, at least, as of course is this link to Egypt.